So, I was going to do a life update kind of thing, and as you can hear, here's one. Yes, Shadow's had kittens, and this lot's completely my fault. I know, Bubs, he's coming back in a minute. She was meant to be done just after Christmas. Two people I know's cats that went in to get done didn't come back home, so I completely crapped myself and didn't get her done. And this is the result between going back to mine and coming back here to the family house. Kids and that have been letting her out and not keeping an eye on her because she usually just stays in the garden at mine. And we have 3 beautiful little tuxedo kittens. And this is one of the little boys. I know, Bubs, he's coming back. He's coming back, he's alright. Yes, he's alright. As you can see, he's alright. He's alright. He is. But yes. So as you can see, we have kittens. So yeah, I was going to do a little introduction first, but this one didn't want to be quiet. So we have kind of got names for them, kind of anime names. We've got Katsu, Hikaru, and Hiru. Yeah, he's all sad to sleep. He's touching my top. Hey, matey. Yeah. So I'm going to go and get him back to Shadow. 2 seconds, guys. Oh. They are 12 days at the minute. Please. Hello. Hello. Let me see if that's one of the little boys. Yeah, no, this is actually Katsu, the little girl. Hello. Yeah. Say hello, YouTube. Oh, she's so sweet. They're all sweet. They're all like little mini shadows. So I'm just going to give them back. No, no. Where you go? That was my not so quiet introduction. I'm sitting there, I've got my top on, I've got jammy bottoms on. Anybody else come in from being outside and straight in the jammies again? I thought before I put my jammy top on, I'll do a bit of a kind of life update. I'm sweating. A life update video. Another mocha. I shouldn't really have them because they're no good when you've got chronic pain illness. Coffee's no good for you anyway, but I had lip gloss on earlier and that's not doing me well either. So, life update, where can I start? Yeah, with my house, I'm just going to get straight into it. With my house, as you can tell, there hasn't been many updates with my house. Not because I've not been staying there, because I have. I come back and forwards quite a lot. I've mentioned before in my videos that 2 of my daughters live together because one of them had left an abusive relationship, thank God. And yeah, went to go and live with her sister, my other daughter. And now she's got her own house. She just signed for the keys today. So that's good. So my eldest daughter, who is Sadie, I'm sure she won't mind me mentioning her name, has now got her place back to herself. And my other daughter that's just got her house today has got a place up right in town, right where I want to be. So yeah, but anyway, so at least she's out of the abusive relationship, that's the main thing. So she's got a house with a garden and all that for the kids, so that's good. Yes, as I was saying, so at least Sadie with her place now. And she has asked me if I'd swap, so I've agreed. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, here you go, get you swapping again. But at the end of the day, it gives. Sorry, I'm quite dizzy because I'm back in. I've been really busy today. So if you see me swaying, don't panic. what was I saying? So I'm looking at the kittens. Yeah, it's gonna be better for me and Natalia, or Natalia and myself, whatever way you want to put it, in the long run. And it also gives my my granddaughter, who I call Bunny, a garden, because Sadie lives in a flat above shops, but it's up this end of town where the family house is, and the family house where George and the boys are, it's 2 doors away from my daughter, who I work with. It's around the corner from Tala's friends and her best friend, not too far from my boyfriend, not too far from her school. Yeah, and for me to kind of like, I don't have to travel so much, it's good in the long run. Plus, it obviously been a flat. I'm on one level. Once I'm in, obviously the stairs up to it. But once I'm in, you can hear the tumble dry. Sorry about that. Once I'm in, it's all one level, so it's good for me. So it means that if you remember my videos from the house I was in before, I know I've moved a lot. The house I was in before this new build. As you know, I've never really liked this new build. I kind of took it because it's like, you know, when you're like, oh, new build and everything's clean and new and it looks lovely. I just don't like new build houses. I like an old banged up place that I can do up. Yeah, but if you've seen my videos, the house I was in before this new build, I could walk. I used to do like long walks. I think one of them, if you remember watching, I was in a storm, a thunderstorm, thunder and lightning storm. So where I was walking to before, where my old house was, it's literally like Sadie's house is like 10 seconds away from it. So that's if it goes through. It might not go through like with the housing, because my house and Sadie's house is a council and housing association. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that. So that's why there's no updates or decorating for my house. She will do that when she's in. If you go and follow her channel, excuse me, which I think she might have changed the name of it. She was Mummylicious, but she's changed the name a few times. But if you look up Mummylicious, I'm sure you'll find her videos on there. And I'm sure my daughter Kimberly, who's got 5 of my grandchildren, will probably start making YouTube videos as well in her house, decorating ones. If not, I'll be doing decorating ones and all that, because I'm going to go down and try and help her do that as well. So yes, it's safe to say I'm going to be knackered. I'm going to be like really shattered, but it's all worth it, because it's all for the grandkids at the end of the day. So I don't mind moving at all, and really in the long run I'm probably going to end up moving back into this family house at some point anyway. And you probably wondered a bit with the situation with like George and I. George and I are together, but we live apart. We've been together for 27 years next week. And about 4 years ago, when I kind of got diagnosed with a fibro and that, I just decided to move out. We were getting on each other's nerves, and just one thing after another. There was nothing bad. We were just driving each other nuts. But we stayed together because that's how we wanted it to be. And we're still together. We're just in separate houses, and that's the way we like it. We seem to like our own space. It's kind of like being in a relationship, like from years ago when you first start. Excuse me, I'm getting so tired trying to talk this. I'm trying to talk quiet because I'm aware that 2 of the kids are upstairs and can probably hear me talking to myself. So yeah, so that's the situation with that and the house. So I'll keep you updated with the house and let you know if that goes through. Sadie's got a couple of repairs to do, because she had a guy fit in a dishwasher a couple of weeks ago, and he completely butchered the cupboard and chopped it up basically. So we've got to get the cupboard repaired before we can even put in for the swap. So hang on, I'm just gonna... Yeah. So that's what's happening with that. So obviously when I swap, it's an old flat above the shops. So there'll be tons of decorating videos and whatever on that. And the flats are really big. I love the flats there. Yeah, and it's just handy, really handy for me. It's nowhere near the town, obviously, because it's this end of where I live. And the shops and everything, like the main shopping centre's up the other end of town. But for me, Natalia is perfect for us being here, and yeah, it means I'm still able to walk backwards and forwards rather than having to get taxis and whatever. It's costing an absolute fortune. I just can't afford it. Updates. I've just seen a picture of my granddaughter Casey. Casey's update. She's doing great. As you know, Casey's my granddaughter who's got autism and Turner syndrome, and she's just been diagnosed with a hypermobility with her bones or something. I don't want to get it completely wrong. I'll ask Siobhan. It's something to do about our bones bend kind of like they can bend all ways, so they're not the way they're meant to be. I don't know whether that's part of the Turners. She's also recently been diagnosed with sleep apnea. So she's got to go and have a sleep study done with that, and she's to have her tonsils, adenoids taken out and grommets put in her ear because she's literally got a constant ongoing infection. Every month she's got a severe one. Her tonsils are constantly swollen, so she's waiting on going in for that. She has to have the sleep study and the heart scan and everything first, because with Turner syndrome they have a lot of heart issues, so to make sure she's safe enough to have the operation she's got to have all this done first. Apart from that, she's still wild and happy as ever. What other updates? My grandson Jace, the one that you've seen if you've been watching me for a little while, the videos. My birthday party last year, he was only just walking if we could hold him. He's walking by himself now. Doesn't walk very well. He still can't talk, but he understands everything perfectly. Same as like Casey was before she got diagnosed with her autism. She could understand everything perfectly, like bright as a button. Can't talk, but now she can talk. She talks with Scotland. Yeah, so he's kind of the same. He can understand what you're saying, he just can't verbally say something. I think that's my son that's up now. And that you, Harry? Just talking on the YouTube. Just I'm not live, so you haven't got to worry. All the shopping's in. That's my son Harry. He thinks his mum's a complete tit for talking to herself on YouTube. Dear, dear. Did you not have college today?
No.
Are they still on strike?
No, I didn't have college on Monday.
Alright. Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? I keep thinking it's Thursday or something. Oh well. Updates on everybody, as you can hear. Harry was at college. Not today, but he's at college. Doing computing or something like that. It's computing you're doing at college, isn't it? He'd done a hairdressing course, but didn't do as well as he liked on that. So now he's gone into computing. Tala's staying on at school to go on at sixth form. And other updates. My son Jonathan's applied for uni, but he's working. He has a full-time job, but he works in Costa at the minute to make up money to go to uni. And my son Grant isn't working. He's got 3 different types of epilepsy, so he's not working at the minute. He's tried and tried to get a job. So if anybody's watching lives in Ayrshire, can give my boy a job, let me know. Obviously he has problems with his hands. He has mirror imaging with his hands. So if one hand was to do like this with a screwdriver, the other hand does the same. And he has some back issues from a big seizure that he had a few years ago. But he still wants to go and get a job, and it's frustrating as hell for him when he goes for these interviews. I hope he wants to get them and all that. And even the job centre has told him that people have come back and said you're a liability because of these 3 different types of epilepsy. So he's just kind of plodding along, not doing much. He goes around with his friends, helps out his friends a lot. He does help out family with what he can. But obviously he doesn't want to have a job like dealing with like power tools and stuff like that, because that's just asking for trouble. Anything to do with probably working with animals or like the gardening outside. He kind of like me, likes the nature. So anything to do with kind of things like that. He doesn't have a car and obviously things like that, so travel was a bit awkward, so it has to be within Ayrshire, I would say, to get a job. And we're looking and looking. Even the job centre are looking and looking, and they're struggling to try and get somebody to take him on. Yeah, so he's not doing Sadly, he's not doing much. He's not bothered, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Somebody will take him on eventually. So where have we got to? Yeah. Also, I don't want to talk too much about my daughter. My daughter, Siobhan, you know, she does the photography and clothing business that I work for. So you know all about her anyway. The others I don't want to talk about unless I ask them first as to what they're on, what their plans are doing and stuff. That you probably, pardon me, if you go over to their channel, if they're discussing it, that's up to them. And that's about it. George is, as you can tell, George isn't here. He's still working. He works for removals, so he gets calls in left, right, and centre with emergency removals. And he does a lot of removals for the social services, so that comes in handy as well. Sorry if you can hear my tongue dry. I'm blethering on a lot. 15 minutes. I've blethered on a load of crap, but I just thought I'd come on and probably explain a few things, because probably some of you are sitting there going, "She took on a load of mints." But yeah, that was my house update anyway. Just to say, yes, I still live there. I do go backwards and forwards. I just don't do too many videos in it now, just in case I am going to be moving. As I said, it's more for my granddaughter that'd be swapped, because otherwise I wouldn't be swapping. I do like the house. It's just a pain in the bum where it is, because I'm not near anybody. I'm not near the town. It's kind of like in between. I'm not near the town. I'm not near the family, where I need to come to work and do all what I'm doing now. So it's taken a lot out of me, and I can't do it no more. So if I wasn't swapping with my daughter, I probably would have to be giving it up and moving back in here, which means George and I are going to be driving each other bloody nuts. Because we like, as I said, we like being together, but it's like having one of the grandkids. There you go. Hand it back. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, hopefully with this what will go through. Chloe gets the garden that she needs to get out and play and whatnot. Yeah, because she's a hyper little terror, so she needs a garden. And Tala and I can have a flat, and as I said, it's convenient for me and Natalia. And Natalia having epilepsy as well, it's handy not having stairs, at least on the inside anyway. So it helps her out too. And apparently the flats above the shops, in I think it's 18 months or 2 years, they're either redeveloping it, meaning they're putting like new windows, heating and everything in, or they're knocking them down and building new builds. I know the row in front are getting knocked down and all new build houses are getting built in front of it, but the one that Sadie's currently in, I don't know if that's the one that's getting knocked down and new builds, or whether it's just new heating, new windows and new stones, like the pebble dashing. Either way, I'm not fussed. I'm quite happy with the old flats, so they're really nice flats inside. Hers does need a lot of decorating, because obviously, when my daughter Kimberly was in it with all the kids, it's only a 2-bed flat. It's kind of a little bit wrecked. So yeah, so there'll be updates on that coming soon, but I just thought I'd give everybody a little update. And yeah, no nasty comments, please. Any cheeky comments about anything, they just get deleted. So you're not even going to get anything retaliation off me from anything. So any cheeky comments about the kittens, or just about me in general, that's fine. And I was going to quickly say something else, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. I can't remember, guys. Brain fart moment. But yeah, so that's the update for now. I will update you again soon. Oh yeah, I'm also going down to see Heather on, was it the 31st? It's a Friday anyway. Friday at the end of the month, the last Friday at the end of the month, I plan on going down to see her. So I'm trying to do as much as I can now, so I can kind of rest a good 5 days before I go. Otherwise I'm just not going to be able to go, because my body gives up, and I don't want to be kind of have a bad tummy and be in a lot of pain when I'm down there or trying to travel down. Because I need to get 2 trains from here. Well, I need to get a taxi to the train station, then a train from here to Glasgow, and then from Glasgow to Carlisle, where she is. And that's alright for a normal person, but for somebody like me, it's a big deal. Especially when you have dizziness and you're on a train. But yeah, so I'm going to go down and see Zeus, who's one of the kittens that gave to Heather last year. So that's going to be good. And all our other cats, and see her husband Mark, and yeah, have some nice meals and maybe have a barbecue in the garden or something if it's nice weather. Help her do any decorating if she needs it done. What is it, Bubs? You're coming up. You're going to come up and see this. You're going to come up and see the subs. Shadow. Oh no. Ugh. No slabbers. Yes. They don't want to see your bum, Shadow. Ugh. Cat slabbers. So yeah. Something to update. There's a garden update for here coming soon. It's just taking so long because George is working. I physically, and if you've watched me for a while now, you know how frustrated I get when I can't do things. The garden fencing needs finishing off. There's 4.5 panels that still got to be painted. I could go out and do it bit by bit, but I'd end up in so much agony, it's just not worth it. Sorry guys, my phone cut out. It's just about to run out of memory. So I just want to say, yep, the garden update's coming soon, and thank you all so much for watching and leaving me some really lovely comments. I really appreciate it. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but those of you that I do have, thank you so much for your lovely comments. It really does keep me going. So take care. Speak to you soon. Mwah. Mwah.